As in Romans 12:2, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you prove the good, well-pleasing, and perfect desires of the Supreme Elohim. I think about that passage in the scripture all the time. I realize that when you start to be set apart, you start to see the world for what it is. You have to start questioning everything. Not everything that you see is what it is. You have to change your mindset, a mindset you may have had for 10, 20, 30, 40 years of your life. You have to change the way that you actually think. You'll realize that your reality is not really your reality, but it's something very much different. It's orchestrated. We live in a world that is kind of orchestrated. And what you thought was, even like when you look at the economy and everything, and you think, oh, this is a recession, and this is happening, and that's happening, and you realize that this is an agenda. This is a bigger thing. And it's those that maybe that top 1%. And they decide, oh, we're going to go into recession, or we're going to increase this, or we're going to make a war, or we're going to do these things. And a lot of things is not what we believe it to be. There's an undercurrent, there's something underneath. And the agenda, what we believe it is maybe something far more sinister. I remember going to see the Matrix films, and I never realized it was real, but it's pretty much real. The Matrix is real. We are living in a matrix. I mean, the more that I post things on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the more spiritual warfare I go through. So it's not easy for me to just like say I'm going to post a video or put pictures up on YouTube on behalf of the assembly, because you can guarantee I'm getting resistance from the other side. But I believe that the truth will set you free, and I believe that people need to know the truth. And I know we're coming up to the New World Order. People need to be aware. A lot of people don't know. I know people that do not care. And I think when it comes to people like that, I've realized that you just have to leave them. They want to live the life they want to live, and they don't want to know anything. All you can do is, like, if you see something coming, you just tell them, and you kind of give them like a heads up. Part of the problems that I've had is like when I used to do music, and I used to do it as a hobby, put it on the internet and so forth. And when I saw the pandemic, I love to watch trends and stuff, and I saw the trends of when the pandemic was in Iran and it was in Italy, and I saw the numbers. I kept watching the numbers, and I saw the numbers and their exponential growth. So I knew roughly when it would hit Spain, when it would hit London, and I knew how fast it would take out the people. So I started to post on Twitter and say to people, protect yourself. I started to ring my family around and say, we've got about 4 weeks, this is going to happen. Because I first noticed that what was happening in Wuhan at the end of January, because I saw like a post from the Jamaica loot, and it was saying that there was people from Jamaica couldn't get out of China, and that's when I started to find it interesting, and I took an interest in the pandemic. So when I kept tracking it, and when I started seeing that what it was doing in the different countries, I started to ring people and tell them. And from doing that and advising people, it's just my life has been turned upside down. But I know the truth now, and they say the truth will set you free. So I'd rather be in truth than, be in the matrix and not know what's going on. But sometimes it can be a bit lonely. That's why I think it's important that everybody that's on the same sort of path, at some stage they need to come together, whether it be online or, elsewhere. I think it's important, because we are set apart.